Anybody ever say you can't have too much of a good thing?
Too much of a good thing is not a good thing for anyone yet.
Well, you can't. The Rapidstrike is back, yo. Well, the Rapidstrike is back, but is it better than ever? That's what we're going to determine today in this full review. It's a pity that they decided to make an Accustrike blaster called the Rapidstrike, because this is a Rapidstrike and it would have made a lot of phonetic sense to do it that way, but instead this is the Stratohawk, and you know that your boy's going to get those confused multiple times throughout this video. So the Stratohawk is clearly a Rapidstrike reskin, which is good because the Rapidstrike has been around for a long time. Nowadays you can thrift them real cheap, but finding a genuine, like, either new in box or like new on eBay or what have you, Rapidstrike is becoming an increasingly expensive proposition. But the Rapidstrike is to date the king of full auto. Don't believe me? Check out my top 5 full auto video from forever ago. The editing is not as snappy, but it's a pretty good showcasing of what full auto offerings we've had in the hobby up to pretty much present date, because there hasn't been anything exceptionally, well, powerful or high rate of fire since then. The Rapidstrike just has a ton of platform for it, has very important cage geometry which lets you do some dirty things with it, and it is compatible with a variety of different 3D printed kits, parts, accessories. People have made brushless tech to go inside of them, like Eli Wu did some amazing work with the Rapidstrike. So like, this is an amazing platform, and just having it new in package on shelves, fresh injection molded loadout is excellent. So the question is it any better than it used to be? And what can be done inside? So we will of course crack this thing open and take a peek inside soon, but first let's just review it in its stock form. So, serious price upgrade, right? The old Rapidstrike cost, and the new Rapidstrike costs. And the question is, are you really getting any sort of extra bang for your buck? Well, the Stratohawk is here to answer those questions. You get a 25 round drum as opposed to the 18 round stick magazine. I would prefer the 18 round stick mag, but that's just because of how I run my loadouts. The 25 round drum is objectively a more expensive and superior product. Then you get some garbage modulus accessories. I mean, accessories. They're so tactical though, right, dude, bro? Seriously though, you are paying a lot of extra money for a modulus long-range scope and a modulus long-range barrel. I think that neither of those improve the overall performance of this blaster. If you like the aesthetic of them, I won't blame you there. I think that a lot of the modulus accessories look really cool. This one's super goofy to me. I prefer the silencer, but this is a really cool geometry for a sight. It definitely beats the old school long shot one. I like this much better, but we're not gonna learn anything about it unless we crack it open and power it up. So the long scope, error number something. So the Rapidstrike, so the Stratohawk is bound inside this packaging where you'll be able to see it in stores, which is super duper cool. Just as a quick aside, the drum is actually new. It's new molding, it's clean, it's got a white front face, and then it's just got Nerf 25 on the side now. The gear up aesthetic would have been much nicer for this with like slashes of black across it, but that's nothing that a little bit of Krylon won't fix. So you get enough genuine Accustrike darts to load up your Rapidstrike. So you get enough Accustrike darts to load up your Stratohawk exactly once. Thanks, Nerf. Double your darts. The Rapidstrike platform is powered by 4 C batteries. We've got some brand new Duracells. Missing my thumb screws already. Yep, that's standard performance. Let's take it outside for a chronograph reading and a full test, but before we do that, I just want to take a moment to mourn the passing of our sweet elite blue aesthetic. This is definitely more outdoor friendly, more toy-esque, like the aggressive lines of the gear up are cool, and if you dig orange, I think that it's ultra next level sweet. However, I actually wish that it had less white all over it. Like, the white to me starts making it look like some sort of dessert. I don't know how to explain that to you. Like, just something in me feels like these colors plus white gives it like a funky sort of like orange swirl, like popsicle kind of feel. Like, I don't know, like I wish it didn't have the white. If the white was black, I think that this would be an awesome aesthetic. Luckily, we have ways of making that happen. All right, to the outside. Is it cold out in Georgia? Oh, it's cold. All right, let's do this quick. So Stratohawk is outside. Interestingly enough, this is no longer like embossed onto the shell. Either the molds wore out or they decided that transfer was faster or more likely cheaper. This is still an extendable stock. Still only 2 settings. It's either out or it's in. Unfortunately, when it's in, nothing really locks it into place. It's always been a major complaint on the Rapidstrike is that, like, if you wanted it to be CQB mode, that would be great. But then if you nudge it, not even if you nudge it there, like, just realistically, this is a fixed length stock out to here that sometimes collapses for travel. But we've got our sight on it, which is going to do not a whole lot, even with Accustrike darts, which are, to be fair, more accurate than regular Elite style darts. And then we've got this barrel on it, which I think for the purposes of this testing, we're going to leave on, even though it will worsen our performance. Let's fire a few downrange. The rate of fire is slow compared to what I'm used to, and certainly slow compared to things like the Prometheus and the Hyperfire, which are modern full autos, but it's got so much more potential inside because of that sweet, sweet yoke pusher. Anyway, let's rock and roll. Man, I forgot how long these things took to rev up. Like, listen to this. It's probably a real amount of time. All right, so there's 4 darts getting about 40-foot ranges, like very, very traditional Elite, especially for flywheels, which tend to shoot a little softer. I'm anticipating that, especially with this barrel on it, this is the problem with the lav mic. It gives you better audio, but it tangles up in your legs. I'm expecting that we will have FPS of about 60. But who knows? I would love to be wrong. It's going to take a second for that to count down. Man, I'm really digging the stripes here. I like the black. Like, I don't even mind the off gray. Like, the gray looks good. It just needs one tweak to be aesthetically perfect. All right, let's go. $68. 75. 73. 71, 74, 71, 68, 62, 69, duplicate 69, 73, 71, 66. So, I mean, overall, like, that is much higher than I thought it would be. I'll go ahead and throw the average, doing, but impressive offering. For a flywheel blaster shooting Accustrike darts, which traditionally get lesser performance, this is very, very good. Let's see what Steven thinks of it. Oh, that's right. You thought Steven was dead. Steven will never be gone, not as long as those who remain believe in him. Seriously though, Steven is coming back. Don't question it. Oh man, 25 shots just isn't what it used to be, I guess. It's actually a lot more than it used to be because the rate of fire on this is slower than it will be when we're done with it. But let's go ahead and not even pick a number, just like, come on guys, like this video, leave me a kind comment, and I will crack this bad boy open and take it up to 11, and it will be ultra mega level sweet. Besides, it's about time that I finally put a Nix cage inside a Rapidstrike, show you guys how ultra slick that can be, make us an HVZ powerhouse out of this bad boy. Anyway, that is our review of the Rapidhawk, Raptorhawk, Stratohawk. And as always, much love, Nerf on, Drac out. So this thing randomly showed up at the P.O. box, and we're gonna do the world's quickest review of it because we don't have 18 minutes of our life to just throw away onto the internet. So it's a helmet, it's modular, it has sunglasses, lenses, and a bunch of different options. We did not get paid to talk about it, so let's pop it open. Instructions we're not gonna read, Velcro we're not gonna use, styrofoam, helmet itself. Appears to be fully assembled, has Picatinny on either side, has lots of adjustable bits, most importantly has a GoPro mount in the front, so I'm sure it would be very, very usable if that was your jam. Variety of different sunglasses, lenses, some mesh up in here, mesh sunglasses, lenses, more screws, and non-sensory. How does it fit? Testing. Can you hear me?
Luke, I am your father.
All right, so complete and total honest review. It messes up your hair really bad. The sunglasses lenses don't fog up that bad. I'm assuming it's really hard to hear you unless you replace the solid mouthpiece with the meshy mouthpiece. That said, if you're looking to complete your Nerf loadout 4chan operator aesthetic, this is the helmet for you. If not, it's really, really heavy. All right, so in all seriousness, thank you to tacticalxmen.com for sending this over. P.O. Box is public, isn't it, boys? Slightly less thank you to them for the, no joke, 5 messages in 24 hours across 3 platforms wondering where their video is. But this is a $100 helmet. I think that it's definitely 100% geared towards airsoft. All of the mesh definitely tells me that they had airsoft in mind when they were putting it together, but not really my style. If the occasion ever arrives that I have to wear a helmet for nerfing, this is my jam, Holmes. I've had this for a while. This used to be the default helm of the Vampire Lord. And honestly, like, it wasn't too terribly much more expensive than this thing is. So I would definitely support a local craftsman and go bespoke instead. But that's just my speed. That is a very, very honest review of this thing. It's just like, ultimately, it's really not my aesthetic. I do appreciate them sending over the sample. I am positive that someone in the SCNC or will use it as a prop in a video or something. Like, somebody will get some enjoyment out of this. Man, I've never been more happy about that face reveal.